Good to have you on the program. Firstly, the US government is catching up with many Black Americans who've been commemorating Juneteenth for generations now. Tell us more about the history of the day.
Yes, it was a day, as you noted, that Union soldiers during the bloody and terrible Civil War in 1860s came to Galveston, Texas, which was a Confederate state, a rebel state, and the Union general announced that the war was over and that the black slaves were now free. This was 2 years after Abraham Lincoln, who was president of the United States, had issued his Emancipation Proclamation.
Now, the police killings of unarmed black men has sparked a national reckoning over race in the US over the past year. What role has that played in galvanizing support for Juneteenth to become a national holiday?
Well, I think that was the driving force when President Biden signed the legislation, which was bipartisan. He declared that Americans should celebrate this day, the freeing of slaves, and that we should ponder our past. Holidays, federal holidays in the United States are days of celebration, but this is also going to be a day of ponderance. Progressives already seized upon this day. It appears to make a day of grievance. They've also issued a new flag to commemorate the day, celebrate the day. So this will join the BLM flag and the Gay Liberation flag that are being flown in many American embassies across the world.
We know reparations for Black Americans over the legacy of slavery has been a hard pill to swallow for many in the US, but could the federal recognition of Juneteenth fuel support for the reparations movement?
Well, I think they're already, it's already a pretty full movement right now, a pretty activist movement. One thing your viewers may not know is one of the problems with reparations is, first of all, who was responsible and who was here, what Black Americans were here. And furthermore, and this is important to note, I think, for your viewers, there's really a great intermarriage rate in this country. In fact, about 25% of African Americans are marrying whites. And there's been, and this just isn't over the last decade, it's been over many decades. So one of the problems with definition of racial identity in a country such as America, which is really multi-ethnic, is going to be determining who's black. So if you're half black, you get half of reparations that would be issued by the federal government. So it's a very difficult time in the United States right now in terms of polarization over race issues. And an interesting time for your viewers and people in the news.
Professor Donald Critchlow, we'll have to leave it there, but thank you so much again for joining us on TRT World.